To defy the odds, you have to risk everything and take chances. At Old Nation Brewing Company, we did just that. From an unknown startup brewery to standing alongside national craft brands in just under a decade, we remain one of the last of the large, independently owned breweries in Michigan. Our beer is respectfully brewed using only the highest quality ingredients, and we don't cut corners. With the times changing for everyone, one thing that stays the same is Old Nation's respect for great beer and the people who love it. We're growing in cans produced and fans made. When you taste our beer, you'll know why.
All right, hour number 2, the Valenti and Rico program. I'm Jeff, in Today and Tomorrow. By the way, did you catch that? Is that weird? I get into this stuff. You probably don't. So the cut he played, talking about Jeremy Otto from the broadcast, is from Ben Schulman, who is the son of Dan Schulman, kind of a legend. Dan Schulman is the Toronto Blue Jays TV guy. Ben Schulman is the Toronto Blue Jays radio guy. Dan's son.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole family doing Toronto Blue Jays baseball. The son does the radio, the dad does the TV.
Imagine if they keep doing this will catch on. That like people's kids will start getting jobs because of who their parents were.
Like the Bucks.
You better get ready because it's about to happen. Somebody's in the building. He's learning now.
Oh, Hatchet's kids in the building.
They do also have Bo Bichette on that team and Vlad Jr. on that team.
Oh, that's right.
But you know what? You're right. Hatch's kid. And where was he sitting of all places?
In your seat.
No, that's true. What did you say when you walked in?
I was just like, really? I just been No, because yesterday everybody got a gift, but me.
Oh, what
so
was
I was
the
just
gift?
like, did I get fired? Like, is this something like
You didn't want that gift.
What was the gift?
Like everybody got a book, but whoever sent
I
the
didn't get a
book
book.
out, you got one.
I got one?
It's sitting out there.
Oh, hell yeah, I got a gift.
Everybody got one, but whoever got one didn't add me to the list. So I was like,
Oh.
oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you want.
There's a reason for that.
I don't think you wanted
What's
that
the
book.
reason? Wait, do I want that book?
It was a Michigan book.
Oh, that's why. You probably would have burned it.
Or maybe this
You
is
know
the
what?
reason.
All right, that was David that played that, I believe.
Jeff, why would you do that? That's an awful drop to play right there.
I don't have the drop board. Go look on Twitch,
All
YouTube.
know
I
is-
don't have the drop board.
So then all of a sudden, so then I'm like, so we're having some fun with that, and they're like, oh, it's a Michigan book. I'm like, you still could have gave it to me. I could have gave it to some Michigan friends of mine, but okay, whatever. I show up to work today, and I go to set my bag down, and I'm like, and who's this little person in my chair? Who's sitting at my desk? None other than David's son, but I realized which son it was, and then it was okay.
The Michigan State loving son.
It was okay.
Who's decked out in
It
Spartan
was-
gear.
it
But I
was
did
okay.
ask him, I'm like, what if you get into Michigan? He said, I'll go. And then Rico quickly said, yeah, we'll get you a scholarship too, kid.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, he said if he gets a scholarship, Rico says, don't worry, we'll get you one too.
Don't worry. Yeah, we get you.
And don't worry, once the Connor Stallions Michigan getting popped by the NCAA book comes out, you'll want that one.
I just,
sure
thought,
you'll get that
I just thought it was weird. Like, so I'm like everybody's desk. I was like, Kenny Cott got one. I'm like, seriously? But I didn't get one.
You can have mine if you want it,
No,
Rico.
you know what? Don't want it.
You can have mine.
Don't want it.
You need
I
some
didn't get
kindling
one,
for your
Rico.
fireplace.
I did not get one.
Well, you know what that is, David.
Oh, yeah, we're moving on. All right, can we get into it already? You guys need to stop. What was that one? Joking around. All right, so the Tigers take on the Blue Jays today. You'll hear the game in Toronto because the Schulmans will apparently give it to you. The father-son combo that do radio and TV, which is crazy, but whatever.
That's just the business. now.
Just saying, it's crazy.
I mean, it's good to be the king.
I mean, you got the
sometimes.
Alberts, right? You got the Bucks, and you got the Eagles, right? Noah Eagle. I mean, unbelievable. But Tigers are on the skid. They've lost 9 of 10. I think everybody's looking forward to this series. You got the trade deadline 1 week from today. You got the Guardians, who I can check for you right now. Last time I checked, the game was tied at 3. But the Orioles are beating the Guardians 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Man on for the Guardians right now. But the Guardians currently are 8 back. They've made up a ton of ground on you. And you're now the 3rd seed in the American League, meaning if the season were to end today, which it doesn't, you no longer have the bye to the ALDS. So we started talking about like the deadline, and we started talking about what the Tigers do next, and you got a massive series in town. There's going to be a ton of Blue Jay fans in the building. And Rico Beard hit me with this opinion on the phone. And I literally, as the callers say, drove off the road.
Well, I'm glad you didn't drive off the road. Rigger, goes back to what I said yesterday when Mike was here before he took off for his vacation.
Got to play the drop.
I don't have it handy.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
When you really look at this Tiger situation, we did a topic, what do they need? I said they needed starting pitching.
Lot.
David said that, right-hand. No, David, were you a right-handed bat, I think? And then Mike was like, no, they need some bullpen arms. And I'm like, you know what? We're all right. And as they keep losing, you realize there is no quick fix. There is no one person that you can bring on this team, whether it's got term or whether it's a rental, that's just going to make this team that World Series contender. So I got to thinking, okay, if you really take a step back, don't be the diehard Tiger fan who thinks that they can win all the time.
Okay.
Scott Harris and the Tiger organization, they have a plan. Their plan is ahead of schedule.
Sure.
Their plan is working. Their plan has them 8 games right now ahead of the Guardians. Their plan has them with the best pitcher in baseball. Their plan has them with a stocked up and loaded farm system.
I sense a big butt coming on.
Their plan has young players out on the field like the Riley Greens and the Torts and all of those
Parker
guys.
Meadows,
they're
Matt
all
Vierling,
there.
Sure.
This is working for them. In order to go out and get all those pieces, you're going to have to give up that farm system. They love their farm system, Rieger. I don't think they're going to make a move. I don't think at all. No. They're not going to make this blockbuster trade that everybody's waiting for. They may pick up an arm to go into the bullpen, but it's nothing that Jeremy Otto's going to run in here and say, hey, Tigers made a big trade. It'll be one of those marginal things that you keep hearing the other GMs talk about in this city. What I'm saying is this. As the days go on and as this losing streak continues, I think it's enough that they're going to say, hey, we're just going to stand pat. We're going to hold on to our guys. We're ahead of schedule. Let's see what happens next year. There's no sense of urgency like there is in New York for the Yankees and the Mets and the Dodgers and all the teams, the rest of teams that spent money. That's a sense of urgency. They didn't spend a ton of money. They don't have that same sense of urgency. Their long-term plan is successful right now, and I don't think they're ready to blow up that plan for 1 year.
Okay, so you're saying they might make a marginal move, but it's not going to be a Bednar or a Bautista or a Clase or a Mason Miller.
No.
You're saying it's going to be a guy that doesn't have that much swing and miss that you can throw in the pen so you get an extra arm.
An extra arm in the pen.
Okay, I think you're crazy. I think that's insane.
Rieger, don't look at it as a fan. Look at it as from the Tigers' perspective.
Okay, I will.
From the Tigers' perspective, they went from a joke to the playoffs to winning to now they're on the verge. Looks like they're going to win their division. Yeah,
hopefully.
They're starting to become a have, and they did all of this without having to sell the farm.
But Rico.
They're on a slow burn. They're not trying to do this quickly. They're not trying to put this in the microwave. I
disagree because let me tell you this point of view, okay? If you're Scott Harris, you got one of the best records in baseball, one of the best records in the American League. You're going to win your division. You're going back to the postseason, okay? Now, I know the team's slumping right now. Don't be a prisoner of the moment at this moment. You have to add at the deadline because you may never be in this position again. You have to add while you have Tarek Skubal. You have to add while you're one of the best teams in the American League. If they did what you think they might do, that would be unforgivable. Scott Harris would turn off the entire fan base. You can't do business like this.
They wouldn't turn off the entire fan base.
You're turning your back on the team that got you here.
Because if they make the playoffs, this fan base is going to be over the moon. They're going to love it.
This fan base would be pissed.
That they made the playoffs?
That they do a marginal move not to get you further in the postseason. It's still about trying to win a World Series in a league that isn't all that impressive. There's no great teams in baseball.
Let me say this, and I'm going to repeat this for the people in the back. Yes, do they want to win a World Series? They do. But it's not the same sense of urgency that you see with the big payroll teams.
But we don't know that. We don't know that.
Rieger,
we've never seen Scott Harris in this situation where he's trying to add to a team to win a World Series. And for all the people that say, well, he hasn't made a move yet, The deadline's a week from today, and nobody's made a move. We know how this thing works. The moves will start probably on the weekend or Monday or Tuesday,
I mean,
and then it gets crazy.
Every time he talks about it, he shakes both hands. It's like, hey, when I feel like we're ready, I'll make a move. But I like the guys we got in our farm system, which means they're going to stick with the guys that they know in their farm system, and they're going to bring these guys up. They're going to keep them. The payroll will stay low, and they're just going to ride this thing out. And when the Scooble thing happens, it happens. But right now, it's going according to their plan.
All right, I got 2 questions for you. Let's say Rico's right. I don't believe he is, and it's his opinion. But let's say Rico's right. Is that good with you? Do you agree with Rico Beard that the Tigers aren't going to be ultra aggressive at the trade deadline, which is a week from today? That's number 1.
And and let me quickly clarify.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't do this.
I got you.
I'm saying
You think.
I just don't feel like they're going to make that move that Detroit is looking for.
Okay, but to support you, and I don't want to because I hate this opinion, but if you read anything about this trade deadline, it's a seller's market. Everybody wants everybody because there's so many teams that are still in it, meaning the sellers are going to get a ton for what they sell. The asking prices are astronomical. If Scott Harris were to do the Rico Beard opinion, he's not backing it. He just thinks it's going to happen. If Harris were to be conservative at the deadline and not get you a third baseman, not get you a starter, not get you a bunch of arms for the pen, would you be good with it simply because you don't think this team can go that far? You're protecting your farm system. The asking price is just way too much. Would you be good with it? And do you think like Rico thinks, which is it ain't going to be that much at the deadline? For me, it'd be unforgivable. If you don't go for it this year, you're not doing your job. It's that simple. 97 won the ticket.